Hey guys, and welcome to our very first video on the old school RuneScape channel. My name is Meet272 and normally I do RS free content and I do have a RuneScape free channel. If you guys are interested, it'll be in the description. But I've decided to take the journey back to rediscovering old school RuneScape. Now, before sailing, I had a max account, and because All-Stars have been released and it was something I was watching a lot of content on, I've been interested in getting back to it. So this sort of past couple of weeks has been the first time I've been playing this account. And because I've been AFKing so much on it, we are going to get a pretty decent level because I've started to do sailing. Now, sailing, in my opinion, is just an AFK skill. I've not really done much of a charting or the combat side, so I have missed out on that aspect. Maybe that's something we'll pick up a little later on. But I'm going to go and get 95 sailing in a couple seconds once we've cleared this. But the point of this video is basically just show you guys where the account currently is, because I left it pretty much 3 years ago and haven't really touched it, apart from the occasional raid with the boys if everyone was online. But nothing in terms of progress, nothing in terms of collection logs, so it's a very dated account with a lot of things for us to go and chase. Now, the point of this channel is really just to track my progress and make some interesting videos for you guys to check out, and really just to see what old school RuneScape really has to offer, because the All-Stars really showcase like just how nostalgic and fun this game mode is. So I'm really looking forward to getting back into it and giving it a try there. But there we go, 95 sailing. And we can pretty much show you the total stats. 95 is really the only thing I need to max now is going to be sailing. So there's going to be a little bit of that, but I do want to just do sailing one big go. We'll go and get some quests because there's quests I need to catch up on. There's going to be plenty of collection logs, and also we always need a bigger GP stack. So we're going to be hunting a little bit more on the PVM side. Now, I'm historic on the RuneScape free channel to make money makers and stuff like that. I think this is really going to be my sort of chance to go and do a bit of PVM. Really go back into bossing because I do enjoy the old school style of bossing, so we'll definitely be going to give that a chance. Now, the whole point of playing the main account is to get used to the brand new content, to go and try a hardcore Iron Man. Now, I did play the leagues in 07, so I do have some league points to go and spend as well. And one thing I noticed while playing leagues is that especially things like Voldemort, which I never got to play, changes like the mid-game, early game dramatically. Like the fletching method, the Hunter Guild just changes so much of it that it's worthwhile like me going to try it and just seeing how good it is as well. So what I'll go and do, I'm just going to go and clear the rest of this salvage because it's not really worth dumping it because it's still XP. I'll meet you guys in the ground exchange in a second and I will go through the bank, my plan, as well as the collection log as well. Now, if you are enjoying this video and you are looking forward to the future content which comes to the channel, please make sure to hit that subscription button. It really helps me out to be seen by more and more people. Especially with the old school RuneScape community, it's nice to get some extra views on the videos just to get them seen by more and more people. And if you are enjoying as well, please leave me a like, it really does help me out. Now, what I'm looking for in the comments is some suggestions on content you guys think is best for me to do first. I'll talk through all my problems and situations with this account. And really what I'm kind of looking for to start with is going to be some GP. Now, one thing I was debating doing was going to be revs. Just because when I last played, revs was like the best money to do. So in terms of the bank, roughly about 700 mil. The top side here is the worthwhile things to look into. It's just graceful, capes, runes and all that kind of thing. Nothing too massive. But I do have all the achievement diary stuff, apart from maybe the new ones. Actually, let's just check where we are in terms of achievement diaries. Again, the account hasn't been played for a long time. Yep, so they're all done. The quests are the big thing though. I'm currently missing a big chunk of quests. As you can see, a very big chunk. Wild Gothic Sleeps is the big one, along with Desert Treasure 2. These will be things I'll have to complete and I'll take you guys along with it as well. I'm really looking forward to doing at least Wild Gothic Sleeps because originally when I played the original game, Tormented Demons was probably my big PVM spot. I absolutely love doing Tormented Demons, and having those synapse things is nice to have those weapons because they're going to give me the best damage. Tormented Demons were my favourite because there was something you could do with a very limited setup and you could go and hit big with the Dragon Claws, but in this case we're after synapses and the Burning Claws as well. So in terms of quests, that is something definitely got to do, and Desert Treasure 2 is just going to be beneficial for the other stuff as well. There's a couple of bosses which come off the back of it, which will also be very nice. But the nice thing with old school RuneScape is obviously the quest helper is massive. So back to the bank, if I just go and grab the collection log, that's something we'll look through as well. In terms of the next tab, this is just all random quest stuff. We do have 25 totems, 200 ancient shards. When we go to the sword which requires the ancient shards, we do have a lot for it as well. Very limited food tab. Gear tab is still kind of stuck back in the old ages. The Noxious Halberd and the Synapses was stuff I just bought when I started sailing again, just because I thought they'd be worthwhile purchases. I can't even wear the Synapse, so I'm probably going to go and sell them in the Grand Exchange if they're still a decent price. Now, what I was thinking of doing to start with was actually going to camp a certain boss. So the Halberd was sort of thinking maybe I'll go and try Zora and see what Zora's like, but as you can see here, just bought a couple of things, sold a couple of things of what was like really limited in terms of my bank. I bought these synapses for 41 mil, so let's see if they are anywhere near that kind of price. No, they're not, so they'll stay in the bank and they'll end up being my scorched bows or whatever they turn out to be. So yeah, those are the only two things I've recently bought. Bandos, Crystal, very, very outdated. Obviously, there's a lot of upgrades which we can have here, which I'm debating whether it's one of those where I sell the entire bank and go for one specific setup. So whether we go for a full like Zora setup, or we go for Vorkath, or one of those real consistent moneymakers, or I just go straight to TDs and try that. But again, I'm looking for suggestions in the comment section down below. We have a very limited drop tab. This has literally been from when I've done raids. Whenever like my friends are online for raids, we'll go and do that. That has literally been from that. And then a potion tab, which has actually held its price quite well. I did try the golden potions. Big fan of those. Really made Slayer nice in AFK, and I don't need to pay attention to it. And again, that's probably something I could do as well, is also do a little bit of Slayer bossing. 99 Slayer, decent amount of points. So that's definitely something we could look at doing for the future as well. So the whole point of this series was just to get a bit of practice in before like doing a hardcore, because so what I don't want to do is spend all that time sort of like skilling up a hardcore just to go and basically die quickly. So having the ability to go and train a little bit of the combat side will be beneficial. So collection log, let's look for the collection log. Now, what I'm going to ask for first is not to judge, because a lot of the stuff, once the collection log was released, I had already gotten, and I'd done a lot of stuff on my account. So the collection log is a little bit brutal and a little bit poor, but 218 slots. Obviously, the main point of these videos, because I'm maxed apart from sailing, is literally going to be to chase and complete some of these collection logs. There's obviously really easy stuff to go and do here. So many bosses now and so much content in the old game, but nothing really big in terms of it. I do have a Zora pet, so I was thinking that Zora would be one of the first logs we look to do, because the Noxious Halley is apparently that broken and definitely something to go and try out. But again, I'm more than up to go and try anything. A couple of rage drops here. Ancestral Bottom's definitely the best out of a lot. Clues, never really been a big clue fan. I did a couple of hards, did a couple of elites, just because in terms of these, like, I just don't see the GP in them, and I just think they're a little bit of a waste of time, in my opinion. But maybe if it's something where we're going to go and chase collection log slots, it's really something we need to go and do. And now as well, you do have an overview for the collection logs and stuff like that. So yeah, maybe it could be something where we can go and get the high tier of whatever this thing is here, and just make some progress with terms of that. Like, I'm more than happy, like, the minigame side as well. With a lot of the minigames, it is AFK, like Castle Wars, and you've got Trouble Brewing, stuff like that. I can go and play other accounts in the meantime while doing it. Maybe that's what I'll do when it's time for the hardcore, is to actually make the minigame section a bit of a sort of focus. But yeah, really looking forward to giving this a go. In terms of a cash tag, 700 mil is still a really good start. But it's going to be nice to sort of like just delve in and have a bit of a go and just see what we can do in terms of progress for this series. Now, in terms of episodes for the video, you're probably going to be looking like 2 a week. What I'm going to try and focus on more with this channel is to make the videos less, but more sort of highly focused. I'm going to try and try a couple of different things editing, just to make them as like a bit more of a project and to hopefully make them feel a little bit better. But that is pretty much going to be my account. Again, nothing too much, very outdated in terms of its gear. So that is going to be something we're going to be looking in the future. And yeah, really looking forward to going to make some content on the channel. But let me know any suggestions on what you think is the best move to make in terms of like bossing and stuff. Do you think like Zora or Vorkath is better? I'll look at the wiki to see which one is worthwhile doing in terms of that. But that's pretty much my account. It's nothing spectacular. Like, it's just an account which I maxed a couple of years ago. Kind of burned myself out of the maxing process. But I think it's time to come back and have a little bit of a go and just see what it's like. Because I saw all the All-Star stuff and it just looks like such a fun game to play, and it's so nostalgic as well by having that old style of playing as well. And yeah, but that's going to wrap up episode number 1. Again, I'm here for all your suggestions. If you guys have got something for me to do, whether it's going to camp a certain boss, whether it's going to make so much GP, whether it's going to do so much collection log, I'm going to kind of jump in over the next week or so and do a little bit of a quest arc, or at least just get this account up to date. I also have combat tasks as well I'm very poor at as well, so 83 combat tasks. There's so much stuff to do just to get good. Again, we'll move into the hardcore once I feel comfortable. So definitely things like Gauntlet. I've not really done Gauntlet either. I don't think I've even got a KC on this account. Doing things like that just to prepare for it, and then we'll have an amazing start to the hardcore series. And maybe the hardcore can start a little bit of the groundwork beforehand as well and move from there. However, I'm going to wrap this video up. Again, more stuff is coming in the future. I really hope you guys are looking forward to it. Tag along for the journey. Let me know anything you guys want me to do in terms of like content and stuff, and any suggestions you've got which is going to be decent for me to go and do. But thank you guys so much for watching. Really hope you enjoyed. Episode 2 will probably be next Sunday. I'll probably make it like a Sunday video, and then if I've got any more content to show you guys, I'll probably do it in the week as well. So maybe it'll be a Wednesday, Sunday sort of thing. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Really hope you enjoyed. I'll see you guys very soon in the next video.